Hello guys, how's everybody doing today? Wonderful to see you here. So that's some great questions. All right, so what I'm going to put forth to you will shockingly change your perception of life. This will alter your entire belief about the world you live in. This is shock and change everything around you. This is so powerful that even you could call him the greatest scientist, physicist, Albert Einstein couldn't believe this, and he got it wrong. Einstein don't get a lot of stuff wrong, but this, he got a couple things wrong. This is the one he really got wrong. He got the quantum entanglement wrong, and he got this one wrong. This is called the quantum weirdness of reality. And this is something that you do every day, and in your life, when you go into work or whatever you're doing, this is the world you live in, and this is exactly what's happening. So we're going to delve into the world of quantum weirdness and manifestation, how it works. The first one is we're going to talk about what's called the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, and I'll make this very simple for you to understand it. Heisenberg uncertainty principle and quantum superposition. These are important factors to learn because this is how your life is governed. This is how reality works, and this is what's actually happening right now. So here's what happens. There's this box. Many of you heard about it. The cat in the box. So they put a cat in a box, and the cat had a 50% chance of being alive or dead, and they put a radioactive atom to decay it. Now what happens is the atom follows quantum superposition, meaning that nobody's in the box until it's observed. The atom will decay. Either the cat will be dead or the cat will be alive when you open the box, right? Here is the problem. Here's the situation. Until you open the box, you don't know what state the cat will be. The cat will be either alive or dead. No. The cat is in a superposition state. The cat is both alive and dead at the same time. Only when you open the box, measurement, conscious observer measured, you will see either a live cat or a dead cat. But inside the box, when you're not looking, the cat is both alive and dead at the same time. Albert Einstein couldn't believe this. Didn't make sense, was probable. But it turned out to be very true. So, how can something be alive and dead at the same time? That's a deeper question. The only way something can be alive and dead at the same time is if it's not really a physically living entity. The only way something can be alive and dead at the same time is if it is a simulation, a hologram. Guess what? You are the same way. Your world exists in all states at the same time until you observe it. But the big picture of all this in the manifestation process and the quantum awareness, it says that a conscious observer creates a reality. The atom, the particles, they go into a state of all possibilities until you, a person, an observer, looks. Yes, this was proven. You go look it up. Schrodinger's cat, Heisenberg uncertainty principle. The cat was alive and dead at the same time. If they put you in the box, let's put a person in the box and put a radiation decay, radioactive decay atom in the box, You will be alive and dead at the same time until someone opened the box, a measurement is made. You'll either be alive or the measurement is made, you'll be dead. But the point is, you're both alive and you are dead at the same time. That is called the superposition. Superposition says that when a person is not observing or looking at something, it exists in all possible states. So I'm looking at this tree right now. If I turn away from this tree and it's not in my peripheral, the tree is in a superposition state. It's in all possible realities. The tree could be one branch is off, two branches off. The tree could be in any possible states. But let's bring it home. Let's bring it to something that makes it simple for you to understand when it comes to manifestation. So when you're thinking of your desires or whatever it is, and you become aware of your desires, you take away your desires in your life exist in all possible states. That is quantum awareness. That's called quantum superposition, and that's called the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. That means reality cannot exist in a particular state until someone looks at it, thinks about it, observe it. Not only reality cannot exist in a state until you observe it, but before you observe reality, your world and your reality exist in infinite probability states. Every possible outcome, every possible decision exists inside the superposition. Oh, but we go even quantum weirder. Not only these things exist in the superposition, but they have to have a state or a space of existence. A state or a space of existence means that not only these are in a superposition, but they're actually in someone else's world, your world, a copy of you living just like I'm living in this earth right now. They're experiencing the same thing you're experiencing. That is called the many worlds interpretation in physics. Hugh Everett came up with that one. It says that parallel worlds exist. Every time you're not looking, okay, I'll make it easy for you. If I'm here and I look at the store over there, it says what? A GNC, a shaker or something. I look over there, I have a choice. Am I going to go to GNC? Okay, so I go to the GNC, I collapse, and I'm in GNC. At the same time, I had a decision not to go to GNC. Guess what? That world pops off and exists where I didn't go to the GNC. I'm actually going somewhere else. Every decision or everything that I think about not to do, not only I didn't do it, but it's being done. I branch off and create a new bubble up universe. The quantum weirdness. Guess what? It is true. It's not conjecture. This is physics. This is what the models are telling. This is what physics says. That's why I always tell you guys, I said, if you think you can understand quantum physics, no one can. It gets weirder and weirder. If anyone can say, I understand quantum mechanics, they're lying to you. You cannot understand. The more you learn, the more it gets quackier and weirder. Okay? What do you think about Terrence Howard? Yeah, the cat is chilling. Yes. Yes, Terrence Howard knows his stuff. He knows about the quantum world, the stuff that we talk about here. So the fact that we think of something means it exists. That is correct. So it says that in the quantum awareness, it says that there actually cannot be a reality, right? There can only be an observer of a reality. And that means the fact that, yeah, you want something means it automatically wants you as well. So the particle that you create the world is looking at you to see what it wants you to be. So your observation creates it. The next quantum awareness is the entanglement factor of this thing. The entanglement says that if you're here and your friend, you live in New York and your friend lives in London or your friend lives in Australia, that is actually incorrect. Your friend doesn't live in Australia or New York or wherever, London. Your friend is actually with you right now in this same space and time. What you're actually seeing is an illusion by your brain to make sense of reality as human beings. But in the space of quantum mechanics, your friend is entangled right next to you right now. There's no distance. Distance doesn't exist. That's the next quantum weirdness. It says distance and times are illusions. They're not truth. They don't really matter. So you can go to Timbuktu, you go to another galaxy, you can go to another universe. You're still connected here as this one. This is why sometimes you can think of someone and they call you or think, because you're connected, you're entangled with that thing. Okay. The next quantum weirdness says that everything is from a nothing. Nothing is the source of everything. So there was not something, there was nothing. So it says that there's a field, invisible field around you right now that's affecting you. That this field, when this field moves up and down like a wave, and the field goes like this a certain way, it creates an atom, it creates an electron, it creates a proton. So the way the field moves and oscillates gives rise to what we see as matter or real stuff. And the only way the field can be interpreted is through you, an observer, by you being able to observe something or think of something. But here's the weird one, the correct weirdest quantum weirdness. This is the one that's going to blow you away. It says that everything is electromagnetic energy, light energy, right? So inside of your brain, you have electrochemical signals. You have electricity running inside of you, you know that, right? And the electricity that runs inside of your brain, when it runs in, it gives a spark and it sends these synapses. After the electricity does its thing, it doesn't disappear. The electrochemical signals of your brain, they actually emits a frequency. This frequency they emit comes out of your brain, and this frequency is what generates your world. Did you catch that? I'll repeat it again. If you look at your brain on the video graph, and it can show you the electricity that runs across to the neurons and the synapses. As soon as electricity touches some part of your brain, it disappears, right? But the electricity doesn't disappear. Remember now, information you can't create or destroy it. So the electricity goes back out into the field. So I'll make it simple for you. Every time you have a thought, you're initiating neurons and synapses to come together. And you create electrochemical signal from your heart, from your body, right, your cells. So you have electricity, boom, okay? So every time you have a thought, it sends out light waves of energy. And what happens when your thought go out, it goes into this invisible field that you can't see. When it touches the field vibrates and oscillates. And when the field vibrates and oscillates, the field forms imagination from your thought waves. It forms reality. See that? So if you're really smart, you'll just catch what I just said, what I'm saying to you. If you're really, really smart. So what am I saying to you? Go ahead, you're very smart here. What am I saying to you that it will profoundly shock you? Comment. What am I saying? Not what am I saying, what has been proven, what actually it is. What is it? What it is. Okay. Alright. Let's go weirder. Okay. Inside your brain, electricity. The world can only be observed by an awareness. Where is everything coming from? Inside of your brain. And then where's everything showing? Outside of you. In quantum mechanics, there cannot be an outside. It's an illusion. There's only inside. What is inside? Imagination. Stuff you think about, they exist simultaneously right now. Do an experiment. Go think of something right now, positive. Think of something. Think of an island. Think of your desires right now. Go put it in your head. Think of it right now. You thought of it? Guess what? What you just thought of is existing right now. Oh, wait a minute. That doesn't make sense, Mark. You just told me what I think about exists and I create my reality. So if I'm thinking about I'm on an island, I think about I got $1 million right next to me now. Where is it at, Mark? Okay, I don't get this stuff. Well, I'll show you. In superposition, the law says that anything I think about, it instantly manifests as a probability of existence in a timeline parallel reality. So the image that you just thought of, it exists right now, is just not on your frequency, but it exists at some point in space time continuum in a parallel version right now. So all you have to do is you go to the parallel version and you change the frequency so it transmutates to this version. How do you do that? Repetition, consistency, detachment. Repetition, consistency, detachment. It will move over and it will assimilate and it will transmutate and it will form this world you're experiencing. Whoa, why is that? Well, because your brain can only process so much information, and because you can only experience reality at a limited point. 5 senses you have. So although it's existing right now in a place, a time, an event, a person, you cannot experience it simultaneously right now because your brain lacks the capability to process that amount of information. So it slows down until your brain filters it out, and that's what makes you see time, and that's what gives you the feeling of time, and that's what gives you the illusion of it. But it's now. The world of the quantum weirdness and manifestation. See how it works? Yes. Next, quantum weirdness says that you know about the present moment. All of you guys know about the power of now and all that stuff. Okay, we all know that stuff, right? You know the time. The quantum weirdness says this, that the real stuff works in blocks. Like everything is present, but it's over there, over here, over there. Let's use an analogy. Like in your house, you have 4 rooms. One of your room, you're in your career. The next second room, you're in kindergarten. The third room, you're an adult. In your 4th room, you're an old man or old woman. You're all of them at the same time. You get that? So it's just spread out in coordinates. So if you had a little drone and you flew a drone in your house, or you can see into your rooms, you could look down into your rooms and you can see your past, your future, your current, all at the same time. So you can see your birth, you can see middle age, teenage years, you can see your whole life play, you can even see your death. But listen to this. This is where the quantum weirdness, this is where if you're really smart again, you're gonna figure this one out. This is happening now. So guess what? You are alive and dead right now as I'm speaking to you. we're all alive and we're already dead. It's already happened. Okay, I say it to you again. Man, how can this makes no sense? Da 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 da. Is this not real? This can only happen if it's a simulation. If it's a hologram. If it's like a game, a video game. Guess what? That's what it is. See, you can't. This can't get out. Like, it'll change. This will change your life. This will change your view. Some people can't accept this, so they won't accept it. But it doesn't care if you don't accept it or not. It's the truth. It's how it is. This is what it works. This is quantum mechanics. This is quantum weirdness. This is the simulation. This is it. This is really what it's like. And then what you can do, see, when you know this stuff, you can use it to advance your life, your way. You can change stuff. You can do things that people are saying impossible. You can do things that you couldn't see yourself doing before, and you can deliberately affect that field and generate it to match what you want, your experiences. This is exactly what I did. I use all of this quantum weirdness, guys, you're watching right now. I use this quantum weirdness to win the lottery. See that? And to get a specific car. And then I use the brain. I created those electrical signals to splash off. Then you know what I did? I seen a reality in the brain of exactly how I would win, what I would be doing, how exactly it would happen. And it turned out exactly that way in my case. So if you're wondering, now you know the truth. You can read about it in my book. Many of you know the books I wrote. Consciousness or your awareness doesn't have a beginning or an end. It doesn't come from anywhere. It's everywhere. It's just how it is. It's always been. It dwells in here, parallel. It dwells everywhere. It's eternity. It's eternal. So this is something that you should take solace in, knowing that you're very powerful. That you are changing and shifting reality right now. Only thing you have to learn to do is learn to apply it. And there are no limits to manifesting anything. The only limit you have is the limiting belief in your own mind. That's right. Everything is everywhere all at once. Everything is everywhere all at once. And it's being played out right now as I speak to you. Okay? So that's what I want to leave you with today for you to dwell on. And see you guys again next time.